live streaming to Facebook Live and YouTube, and pre-recorded capabilities, both in our studio with green screen available and on location with pre-production and post-production services. Visit us at ikslive.ca.
Short-handed right wing, Yater, shot! Score! Jaeger bomb!
Wormald home free to the net, scores! What a pass! What a goal!
Back for Johaniak, a drive off a couple bodies, loose on the side, and Vikman gets to his left.
It's Cagnoni with a move, Cagnoni shoots! Cagnoni scores!
Oh, hey! Bob!
Oh!
What are you doing in Brady's office?
Just Brady asked me to help with some accountings,
Oh, well, don't stay up too late, all right?
All right. Ty vole, jak to bylo jen tak. No ty kokos, to bylo chup. Máš to, bro? Mám, máš to ty? Jo, já to mám.
Here's Robert Bracco on a breakaway! Scores! Martin Rysavy on a breakaway, shot save, rebound, scores!
Welcome back into the Moose Jaw Event Center, where we're going over the Warriors' 6-2 loss to the Tri-City Americans here tonight. It was a tight game through two periods. It was 3-2, but 3 goals from the Tri-City Americans allow them to pull away in this one and get the victory here to open up their East Division road trip. A tough one for the Warriors here as their 4-game winning streak is snapped, and they'll look to regroup and get back on the winning ways coming up next weekend after this tough loss. Let's take a look at the game scoring summary. It started with Lukas Dragicevic getting his third of the season on the power play. That came at 5:17 of the first period, and that gave the Tri-City Americans the early lead with a power play goal. That held up through the first period, but the Warriors struck back early in the second period. Denton Matejchuk with a power play goal at 5:11. Braden Yeager and Jagger Furcus picking up the assists on that one, and that tied the game up. But just a few minutes later, Parker Bell on a 3-on-1 snaps home his 5th of the season at 9:23, and that gave Tri-City a 2-1 lead at that point. Drew Freer added to it, and this was the eventual game-winning goal. That came at 11:27, just 2 minutes later. His first career WHL goal put them, Tri-City, up 3-1 at that point. It was a lead they never relinquished. Max Warner cut it to 1 with a power play goal, a big blast from the point for his second of the season. That came at 16:06 of the second period. But after that, going into the third period, Tri-City really took control of the game, and it started with a short-handed goal by Ethan Ernst. That's his 7th of the season at 3:31. Warriors with an early power play, trying to get momentum on their side and get that equalizer, but goes back the other way. Insurance goal for the Tri-City Americans, and that was a little bit of a deflator for Moose Jaw. Tyson Greenway, Adam Mahura add goals there late in the hockey game in the final 10 minutes to seal this one. Mahura is coming on the power play at 16:01. That gave them the 6-2 win over the Moose Jaw Warriors here tonight in this one. Tri-City outshooting Moose Jaw 17-7 in the third period. Moose Jaw didn't get their first shot in the third period, I believe, until about the 10-minute mark. So tough way to start that period when you're down 1, giving up the early goal, and then allowing Tri-City to get that many pucks towards the net. So Moose Jaw finishes up with the shots at 39-32 in favor of Tri-City here on the night. Tri-City comes in with the top-ranked power play in the WHL. They go 2 for 6 on the night. Moose Jaw 2 for 4 with the man advantage here in this one. So giving up the shorthanded goal. Obviously, a tough one for the Warriors there with that one, and we'll see how the Warriors can regroup after this one. They were on a roll, 4 straight wins. Tri-City now has 4 straight wins as they will head into Regina coming up tomorrow to take on the Regina Pats as they continue their East Division road trip. Let's take a look at the 3 stars of this hockey game. Tyson Greenway is your 3rd star of the night as he comes away with a goal and 2 points. 2nd star is Jake Sloan. He had 3 assists on the night. And 1st star for the Tri-City Americans, Lucas Dragosevich with a goal and 2 points here on the night. Let's head down to the Warriors locker room where we're being joined by head coach Mark O'Leary. And Coach, obviously a tough one here tonight. A tight game through 2 periods, but that 3rd period, Tri-City is able to pull away and a little bit of a backbreaker early on with that shorthanded goal. I guess your thoughts overall on this game here tonight.
Yeah, I thought it was a little bit sloppy for us. Right from the start, I thought we were second to lose pucks and second to support them. I think we knew coming in what Tri-City was about. It was about effort. It was about compete. And I think we were still thinking about last night's game, and that's not good enough.
You mentioned Tri-City competing. It seemed like they're a very frustrating team to play, just based on how structured they are and how much they're always seem to be in the right spot at the right time.
Yeah, they do a pretty good job of clogging things up, and they want to play in the blue paint. And I think that they were a little more willing to get there. Again, we were second to the races inside, and that's at both ends. And we can't win like that. We're looking for an easy night, and that's certainly not what you're going to get against Tri-City.
With the team having so much momentum coming into this game, what kind of lessons do you want them to take from a loss like this as it snaps a 4-game winning streak?
Well, we continue to try to find that that reset button. I think that that's twice now this season we've come off emotional wins and laid an egg the next day. So it's about finding that inner compete to turn the page and do the right things, reset, and we'll take another crack at it next week.
On another note, this is your last game with the team for a little bit as you head to the World Under-17 Hockey Challenge. What was your message to the team as you depart here, starting next week to represent Team Canada?
Enjoy the fresh voice. I think it's a long season. I think it's a good opportunity for everybody. I'm looking forward to it, but it's not a whole lot's going to change here. Scott King, Gordon Burnett, they're more than capable of steering the ship, so it's a good opportunity for them as well.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us here tonight, and good luck at the World Under-17 Hockey Challenge.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks again to Warriors head coach Mark O'Leary for joining us after tonight's 6-2 loss to the Tri-City Americans. Let's wrap up this post-game show with a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. A busy 9-game in total night here in the WHL, and 8 other games happening. The first game on the docket is the Winnipeg Ice getting 2 late goals from Zach Benson and Owen Peterson to pick up a 4-3 win over the Brandon Wheat Kings, sweeping their home-and-home set with Winnipeg winning last night in Brandon. In Regina, the Everett Silvertips go into the Queen City and bounce back from their loss here in Moose Jaw last night and pick up a 3-2 win over the Regina Pats. The Pats will now take on the Tri-City Americans tomorrow afternoon in the Queen City. Swift Current goes up into Prince Albert and scores a 5-4 win over the Raiders. Matthew Ward with a goal in the third period, as well as Connor Hidvitson getting goals late in the third period to secure that victory for the Swift Current Broncos. A tight game there up in Prince Albert. Over in Lethbridge, the Hurricanes have skated to a 2-1 win over Saskatoon. 2 goals in the first period was more than enough for Lethbridge in that one as they pick up the 2-1 victory over the Saskatoon Blades here tonight. The Victoria Royals have scored an overtime victory. Poole with the OT winner. They knock off the Medicine Hat Tigers 4-3 in the extra frame after scoring 3 goals in the third period to come back and tie that game up. Medicine Hat also tying the game up in the final minute to send it to overtime, but then Victoria gets the victory. Looks like it might be overtime in Portland. Nope, actually Portland just scoring late in this third period as they take a 4-3 lead over the Kelowna Rockets in that one. So a lot of tight games here in the late portion of the night here in the WHL. Prince George skating to a 4-1 win over Seattle. And the Kamloops Blazers are out big on the Spokane Chiefs at up 6-0 after 2 periods of play in that one. So you can get all your scores and all the details on all those games at WHL.ca after all the action here tonight in the Western Hockey League. Busy night around the WHL. That does it for us here tonight. The Warriors will be back in action on Friday when they head up to Prince Albert to take on the Raiders, and then back home on Saturday to square off with the undefeated Red Deer Rebels. That coming up on Saturday here in downtown Moose Jaw. We'll be back on the air with the pregame, postgame shows on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook here for IKS Media Warriors Live, and you can catch all the action on Country 100 and WHL Live. Thank you for tuning in tonight here. The Warriors fall 6-2 here on IKS Media Warriors Live.